Good evening and welcome to News Geelong from our great city of Geelong and surrounding districts. The German-based retail giant Aldi continues to build its presence in the city of Greater Geelong, but not without some pointed comments from residents and COGG councillor Barbara Abley. From the world of pulsating Geelong sport, the Flying Hawk Nathan Curry closes off the local Geelong football season with a report from the Geelong and District Coaches Association annual dinner held on Wednesday night. And from the world of Geelong weather, sparkling Lana Salayfield will update us with the predicted weekend weather conditions. One of the major attractions on the waterfront in Geelong is the historic Carousel, and it is celebrating its happy 10th birthday, as Ian Nichols reports.
A Geelong icon is having its 10th birthday this week. Yes, it's 10 years since the Carousel started operations here on the waterfront in Geelong. It's been a super attraction all of those years. The kids just love it. And today, as part of the 10th birthday celebrations, there's lots of prizes, giveaways and fun for the whole family. And they've also put the price back to day one, which was $2.50. I've got to say inflation is not running rampant here, because even now the 2010 price is only $3.50 for a 4.5-minute ride on the Carousel. The manager at the Carousel run off her feet today, Leah Wolfe, 10th anniversary, very exciting.
It is, yeah, it's a beautiful day, beautiful weather. There's so many people out and about today, so it's great that all the kids are out here and enjoying our 10th birthday.
And you've been here for most of those years by the sound of things.
Yes, I have. I've worked here for over 9 years, so I'm kind of a little bit part of the furniture.
Well, we know today the prices are the same as they were on day one, $2.50, but you tell me it hasn't moved very far since then.
No, it hasn't, no. It's only $3.50 now for a child to have a ride, so we kind of try to keep it nice and reasonable and affordable for everybody.
Well, today is very special, and have you had many visitors, more than the norm today?
Yeah, we have. It's great that people have, seen our window and know that it's our 10th birthday, and they've brought their kids down for a ride, and they can enjoy all the festivities and the cake cutting and all the competitions we've got, so it's great.
And I believe originally the Carousel was steam driven, a lot different today though.
Yes, it's actually run on electricity now. So yes, the Carousel used to be steam driven. So we've got our steam engine here that works, and it's great that the public can see how the steam engines actually used to connect with the carousels.
At the 10th birthday celebrations of the Geelong Carousel, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian, and nice to still have the wonderful rides on our Carousel. The retail chain of Aldi stores continues to grow in and around Geelong and our district, but not without some controversy, as Ian Nichols reports.
This is the former St John's Church in Geelong West, which will soon be demolished to make way for a supermarket. In fact, there are 3 new Aldi supermarkets planned for Geelong. We're not quite sure when work will start on those. One at Grovedale, of course, one at Highton and one out at Drysdale. But it's this site in Geelong West that's causing a lot of controversy. A heritage-listed building is going to be demolished, and this church. And that has not pleased Geelong councillor Barbara Abley. And behind councillor Barbara Abley is a vicarage belonging to the church here, a heritage-listed building which will go to make way for the supermarket. So there's been a lot of issues here, councillor.
There certainly has. St John's Vicarage has been here for a very long time, and it is individually listed in Heritage Victoria's database. It was part of a heritage overlay which the City of Greater Geelong has been planning for quite a number of years, and actually adopted on the floor of the Chamber several years ago. Was re-examined again at the beginning of this year, and it was around about that time, as I understand, that negotiations had concluded between Aldi and the Anglican Church to purchase the site. Now, the issues that the community have and the issues that council have is that Aldi actually went behind council's back up to Minister Madden, Justin Madden, the Minister for Planning, to get permission to actually build 3 Aldis. Now, personally, we do not have an issue with competition. Aldi are most welcome in Geelong, and I have no issue at all with the other sites, but with this site I certainly do. It's going to be demolition by stealth is probably the best way to describe it, and St John's Vicarage could very well have been incorporated in the planning of the supermarket. But if you come across a supermarket chain that only knows how to build bog standard supermarkets and they're not prepared to work in and around existing dwellings or red river gum trees, because Aldi actually levelled a heritage listed, a significant red river gum which was more than 100 years old and which had a protection order on it, and they chopped it down and mulched it in front of all the residents. The residents have several issues. The traffic. Now, we're on a bus stop here. The proposed entry to this proposed supermarket is directly opposite Coles New World here in Geelong West, corner of Albert Street and Shannon Avenue. The influx of additional traffic to the supermarket has created consternation for the residents. It's about having a supermarket built next door to you in a heritage listed area. I think Justin Madden's got a lot to answer for with regards to the way that he has dealt with this particular application, and rather than dealing with it as a standalone application, he's decided to rope it in together with the other two sites. I don't have an issue with the other two sites. The residents don't have an issue with Aldi, but they have real issues in the way that they have gone about undertaking the application and I guess the subsequent building of their facility here in Albert Street.
At the site of the proposed new Aldi supermarket in Geelong West, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. Watch this space. Like a lot of you, I would love to travel to see the wonderful nature reserves of Africa. And recently, Swagman Tours in our great city of Geelong won an African Airways Tourism Award for its progressive work in this area, as Meryl Friend reports.
We're here at Swagman Tours in Geelong Street, where manager Pat Mangan has just received an award from the South African Airlines 2010 Australian Wholesaler Award.
Yeah, thanks, Meryl. It all came about at the end of 1987. When I decided that selling carpet was no longer my forte and travelling in outback Australia sounded far more exciting, and got together with a few people and I decided that the Kimberley and Ayers Rock was far more exciting than selling rugs.
And it's grown from strength to strength since then, and now you're really into the field of Africa more so.
Yeah, look, the business has changed over the years in many ways. We started off sort of being a very much a specialist in outback Australia, selling camping tours to people to travel to all the far-flung places. But then people got more adventurous, and the next spot was Africa and the animal kingdom.
Fantastic. So this award you've been given here, tell us a bit about how this came about.
Yeah, it was a surprise. I was over in Durban in South Africa earlier this year, and I was asked by South African Airways to go to a breakfast, which was slightly unusual. And went into a room with approximately 300 people, and we were given one of the 7 awards by South African Airways in their Australasian section of the continent, which they split up into 7. And we sold, I suppose, the most airline tickets, or the greatest volume producer for them in this part of the world.
Meryl Friend in Geelong Street for News Geelong.
Thank you very much, Meryl. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and return with more news after this.